coming to my channel. This is Midnight Moon Tarot and I'm Diana. This reading is for the astrological sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, or anywhere in your birth chart that Taurus might appear. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'd like to take just a second and invite you to subscribe and click that little bell so that you're sure to be notified whenever I upload new content. Also, in the description box below, you'll find links to my social media, my Patreon, my PayPal, and links to some really cool things on Amazon I think you guys will like. Okay, so this reading is for the week of August 8th through the 15th. 2020, keeping in mind that all tarot readings are timeless. So whether you come across this reading right after I upload, a week, month, or even a year from now, if you feel drawn to watch it, most likely you'll find a message for you within the reading. And if it doesn't completely resonate with you, keep in mind this is a generalized reading for the entire sun sign of Taurus. So if you just need to just keep the parts that resonate with you, disregard the rest, and if you know your other planetary placements, then you can also listen to those signs as well for additional messages. Okay, now that that intro is through, let's go ahead and calibrate these cards to the astrological sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I'm feeling a lot of really optimistic vibes pre-reading. So let's see how this goes. Spirit, what messages do you have for Taurus for the week of August 8th through the 15th, 2020? Spirit, what love messages do you have for Taurus for the week of August 8th through the 15th, 2020? And maybe one more time for good measure here. All right. Now I'm going to divide these into three. All right. And the card on the bottom of the deck is the Six of Cups. I like that card. So the Six of Cups tells us, go away, fly. It tells us that we are dealing with someone that you have that really deep connection with, somebody that is that soulmate, twin flame type person or love that either on your mind, maybe you've had them in your past, maybe you haven't met them yet, but this is the overall energy for your reading. So as we go through this spread, I'm going to show you how this is going to relate to the different cards that come up in your reading, okay? Now, for those of you who are new here, I do 4 rows, and the first one has to do with you. Hold on. What you may have recently, I was about to sneeze, what you may have recently been dealing with in the recent past, things that you're currently going through, things that are coming up, things that are coming towards you, people, situations, that type of thing. The second row is the same thing, only it's for your twin flame, soulmate, karmic partner, divine counterpart, might be someone that you just met, could be an old love, an old ex, or someone that you really want to reconcile with. Generally, it's the person that's on your mind the most, okay? And this happens to be, like the person that, that you think about just all the time. Maybe not obsessively, but, they're always there in the back of your mind, all right? All right, now, the third column has to do with obstacles, challenges, fears, anxieties, that type thing. All right. And your last column is to do with outcome. Now, I've just put out 2 cards in each of the 4 rows. I'm going to do this 2 more times, like past, present, future for the rows. And by the time we get to the end of the spread, after 24 cards, we have a pretty good idea about what's going on for the week of the 8th through the 15th. So we have this 9 of Wands as well as the 10 of Cups. And, you really and truly may have felt as if you have met your match, as if you have met this twin flame or this soulmate partner that has come in your life. Because you have this 9 of Wands, you could feel a little guarded. There are something that's holding you back, something that's keeping you from, moving forward with it, or taking it very slow and very cautiously. Maybe this person hurt you, or maybe there was just a clash for some reason or something that was going on through the fault of neither of you, but it's kind of holding you back. You know, if you, this feels more like someone from your past. It doesn't feel like, you know, it feels like somebody that you've really dealt with before and that we're very close with, and maybe, you know, the fates or somebody. Let me see about my tea here. Yeah, it looks like it's ready. Okay, I don't want it too dark. Okay, then it's just like having coffee or something. Hello. All right, that's perfect. Okay, so in the second column we have the Four of Cups as well as the Hanged Man. So this tells me that, you know, you're kind of in a position where you can't really do a lot about anything. You may have this water person that's in your life. This could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This could be somebody that you're maybe currently dealing with. And, you know, it seems as if you're just bored with the situation, that this was not really something that you wanted. Maybe this was somebody that you were involved with because of a rebound. Maybe you feel like you're kind of stuck in this situation. It's not anything that you're happy about. But you're truly feeling like there's really nothing you can do about. And the more you wiggle with them, just like the story of the Hanged Man, it's, you know, it was like the fool, and he was jumping and he got caught in these branches and his foot's caught, and the more he wiggles to get out, the tighter he hangs there. So if you just relax and wait it out, sometimes you can use your mind and figure out how you can get out of the situation. But just totally not being happy. This person may be offering you love and support and security and things like that, and that may be one of the reasons that you're hanging on right now, especially in the absence of this soulmate person, the one maybe from your past that you had been so connected with. Okay, so they are fulfilling your needs, so to speak, but you are a little dissatisfied with it because it's just really and truly not what you want. Now, when you are involved with a person like that, who is that committed or feels that kind of bond with you, that they're willing to put their life on hold for you and do things for you, then that's not really fair to that person. Okay, so we have the obstacles and challenges, which, you know, it leaves you in a position of, do you always want to have to be asking this person for help or support, or to emotionally get you through the things that are in your life? This is time for you to dig deep and think about what your purpose is, to think about, you know, whatever your situation is, to figure things out on your own without having to be emotionally or spiritually or financially dependent on another person. It's tough, you know, it's tough. It's something that we all have to go through at different points in our lives, when we realize that really and truly, regardless of what type of relationship you're in, even if it's a twin flame or a soulmate connection, if it is a twin flame connection and you are in separation from them at the time, which you should be taking that time to dig deep and to feel that growth and to experience that growth, to figure things out on your own so that you can reunite with your soulmate or your twin flame. And what happens is, the longer you stay dependent on this other person, the more you are going to stay stuck in that same position. So sometimes the best solution is, you know, this is my opinion, it's not in your cards yet, but the best solution is to let go of hindering and holding on to that person so that you can experience that growth for yourself and not be dependent on them. And that you will find, you know, you'll find that when you do, you're able to experience that love and that happiness that, you know, you allow the other person that you are taking from to move on with their life and to find their own fulfillment, because absolutely they are missing a great part of the relationship if you are not there for them 100%. And it allows you, Taurus, to be able to go ahead and be on your path and secure that solid future that you desire and look for, and actually, you know, you thrive the most with. Okay. Yeah, Taurus is definitely one of those people that thrives in a domestic relationship. All right, now that second set of cards is the Empress and the Three of Cups. Okay, your second set of cards for your partner is the Nine of Pentacles as well as the Eight of Cups. Your obstacles and challenges is the Death card and the Magician. In your outcome, you have the Six of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so everybody's showing up here. So now we have Miss Libra. We have the Empress showing up here. We have the Three here, which is like celebration. This tells me that possibly this person from your past, since it's in your first row that's pertaining to you and closest to the Six of Cups, that this person was possibly your twin flame or your soulmate, and that there was, you know, when you were with them, you felt a great sense of joy. But like I said, there was something that separated the two of you. We have the Three of Cups here. This could be frivolous third-party situations. This could be, you know, too much drinking or partaking of substances and things like that, which, you know, Empress is never really happy in those types of situations, all right? And this is maybe why this Empress chose to separate from you. Now, whether you are male or female, it doesn't matter. It's the energy that that Empress is representing. There's no gender in the tarot, so don't get hung up on the gender there, okay? Because, you know, I know that like 80% of my audience is female. You know, they give us little statistics and things like that. They don't tell us exactly who you are individually, but they'll say your audience is this age or this, you know, this gender, whatever. So, yeah, we have the Eight of Cups as well as that Nine of Pentacles. And this is you. This is you, Taurus, you know, tending that little garden, feeling as if you have, you know, you have this growth, this little bird here in your hand representing air signs, representing that Empress, representing Libra, that, you know, you're focused on that. That's the love that you want. And, you know, wherever you are, you have, like I said earlier, you have this situation going on with a water sign at the moment, and you feel like, you know, even though 8 out of 10 is not so bad, but, you know, there's better, and you know that it's not as fulfilling as you would like it to be. There's still some levels of leaving you wanting something else, that something else that only that Empress could provide for you. It keeps you focused on that. And when you're in a relationship with someone, especially if it's a water sign, they are someone that is really dependent on that emotional interaction that they're going to receive back from you. And if your focus is somewhere else, it's going to hurt them, and you don't ever want to be in a position where you want to hurt another person. All right, so we have the Death card as well as the Magician in your obstacles and challenges. And while you are very desperately trying to possibly manifest this love in your life again with this air sign, with this Empress, you feel pretty much like the situation is over and dead, and there's no future, and there's nothing you can do about it, that it's completely come to an end. But that doesn't stop you from wanting that. And if it really and truly is what you want in your life, then you keep focusing on that, and you can actually, through the law of attraction, manifest that in your life. Okay, it might take some time, or it might take a really strong amount of faith. So absolutely. We have the entrance of the Queen of Wands again. All right, and she has shown up in your readings a lot. This is someone possibly from your past. You may have been in a relationship, a marriage, or something with somebody who was Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. But pretty much oftentimes it shows that, you know, the Leo Queen is the one that basically has the gumption to place yourself into your new relationships when you have something that's going on. And like I said, this can be male or female. But yeah, this is a person that definitely, when they have troubles in their relationship, they try to put themselves back. They call on you, they ask for advice, they whatever. It's that cry on the shoulder. Maybe it'll lead to that friends with benefits situation, or maybe they try to entertain themselves with you until something else comes along in their life, totally disregarding the fact that you have your heart somewhere else, okay? So where you may have the innocent status of actually just being friends with them, this is a person like a lion who is laying in wait for their prey. And so this is a situation, that's only going to bring you a little bit of hurt. It's going to move you away from your Empress even more. It's going to leave you stuck. It's going to leave you stuck in that same situation of lack, of absence, of that separation with your flame. This is something, we have these little turbulent waters. This is something that causes issues in your life, and it's best to leave it behind. And yes, sometimes it's really great to feel like you have a connection to your past, where you have that continuity in your lifetime, that there are people you've known your whole entire life. But sometimes you have to leave them behind because they cause this drama through the turbulent waters here, and the other side's smooth. This is like leaving it behind. This is moving it behind. And then we have these swords here, which again is telling us about your air sign, about your Empress over here, that you have this hurt. It's causing your hurt. It's causing your air sign to be hurt over the fact that your loyalty so much is divided. But you're also hurt that you are missing that person. So unless you want to keep this type of drama in your life, it's best to eliminate exes in your life and put yourself in the other person's position of how comfortable you would be if you're in a relationship with somebody and they are always going to have one of their exes come and cry on their shoulder. And I know Taurus very well, and I know Taurus is not somebody that could put up with or tolerate that. Now, in your next and final set of the 4 rows, we have the 8 of Swords as well as the Knight of Wands for you. And in the partners column, we have the 3 of Wands as well as the King of Pentacles. All right. In the obstacles and challenges, you have the Fool as well as the Page of Swords. And in your outcome, we have the 7 of Pentacles as well as the 9 of Swords. So it doesn't look like it's going to resolve anytime soon. There's a lot of really strong decisions that you're going to be making. The Knight of Wands tells me that, you really, truly, this is the very next card after this, that you really and truly have that focus in your life, and that is exactly where you want to be. Now, the 8 of Swords talks about a prison, whether this is an actual physical prison or it's our mental fears and anxieties that are imprisoning us from moving forward, but there is something that is keeping you from being there. If you actually are, and I'm not trying to laugh at the situation, but if you actually are in prison, this is the time for you, along with this High Priestess, to realize, what actions put you there that could have prevented you from being separate from this person that caused separation. And think that over and maybe be remorseful about how you get out of that situation. It certainly does go hand in hand with the being stuck. You're kind of in this situation for the time being, and there's really not a lot you can do about it at the moment. Now, if it is fears and anxieties type prison, then that is something that you can do more about, especially after you do the prayers and meditation and the self-reflection that you need to do in order to find your way out. And so you can't just sit there and wait for things to happen. Now, if you are in prison, you have no other choice but to wait. But if you or your partner or your significant other is incarcerated, yes, then, yeah. And we have this King of Pentacles, which is you, which, this is you. This is your substance. This is basically who you are. This is how your other person is seeing you. They, believe it or not, even if you are separated from someone, because they are your soulmate, they feel you. They feel your absence. They feel like you're with them. Like even if you're not in the same room or they don't see you the next day, there's always that feeling of that connection. Like maybe they're just downstairs or they went to the store or they're gone on a trip for a week. Even though there's that absence, there's that connection that you're feeling with that person. But yeah, this obstacles and challenges. Well, we have the Fool here, and this talks about the suggestion of what you should do when it's this card right here. And it tells you that you should just go ahead and make that leap. You should go ahead, and if this is what you want to do, you need to clear out all of the funkiness and all of the extracurricular people that are in your life and focus on one person. But this does tell me that with the Page of Swords that you do have a way that you are checking up on the other person. The Page of Swords is kind of like a spy. They're watching, they're checking out what's really and truly going on. They always have that, you always have that interest. So this may be you like checking their social media. This may be you talking to friends of friends of friends to find out what's going on. And you know, if you are wanting to leave that Empress behind and you don't want to connect, you know, I know this makes you feel like you are connected, but in a way it kind of feels intrusive and it feels a little bit unwanted. So yeah, in your outcome we have that Seven of Pentacles and we have the Nine of Swords that we're ending this relationship, but we're ending this reading on. Yeah, and so you sad, and you might cry yourself to sleep at night, and you are desperately wanting that brand new beginning, and you're wanting to start over, and you're trying your best to manifest this in your life, and you really do, you know, have to figure out how you're going to get yourself unstuck, because there's always a way to get unstuck. Even if, you know, you're in a situation that you feel like you can't get out of, there's always a way to get out of that situation. And this High Priestess is telling us that this is a good time for you to figure out exactly what that is. Okay. All right, guys, so that is your reading for the week of August the 8th through the 15th, and I hope you guys enjoyed that, and it seems very specific, and if it doesn't relate to you, these are just the messages that I receive in accordance to the cards that are being laid out here in front of me. And like I said at the beginning, just listen to your other sun signs, your other the other planetary placements in your birth chart. Listen to those signs, okay? And yeah, you can find additional messages there. Myself, I'm Sagittarius Ascendant, and I find that my life resonates more with most Sagittarius readings, okay? All right, guys, so that is it, and I will see you next week, okay? And I just want to tell you guys thank you so much for all of your comments, likes, shares, and subscribes, and I love you, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.